Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Talking Horses. Thursday, kicking the week off. Greg, Wolf, Andy Serling, you ready?
I'm ready. Good to be here. And we're starting to get to serious time coming up.
We are. We're getting close to the Breeders' Cup. Pretty much, I would say, like all the Breeders' Cup preps, I guess, unless somebody comes from English Champions Day, which I would guess is this coming weekend.
British Champions.
British Champions. Is that this weekend or next weekend? 2 weeks after
rare,
the Arc?
though, isn't it?
Occasionally they do come,
Yeah.
but other than that, and I mean the Euros, it would be a good year to bring Euros over.
Yeah,
I mean
it
the
would.
2-year-old races particularly, but getting closer to Breeders' Cup and some still good racing here. Listen, as long as the weather holds up, and we've been very fortunate with weather, the racing will continue to be good here through November at the very least.
Yeah, it still feels like summer.
I know it's a little chillier today, a little bit chillier for the first time.
It was not chilly over the weekend.
No, it was great. I loved it. I don't care. It could be 80 degrees the entire year for me.
No,
I'm not one of
I
those
love it.
people.
Yeah.
It's funny how I have friends who wish it would get cold, and I'm thinking, like, really? I wish it would stay 80 degrees forever. Anyway, we got some things to talk about before we talk about today's 8-race card. Head over to Naira Bets. If you're not a member, use the promo code MATCH200, and we'll match the $200 of your initial deposit. We have the Friday feeder contest. You'll have until post time tomorrow for that contest. We have a 10%, I just opted in for this, 10% win bet bonus, the big A. Get more information on that at Naira Bets and opt in over at Naira Bets, something I just did. You've got loyalty points, 10 times loyalty points at Thistledown. I don't know if you've looked too hard at the Thistledown card yet today, Greg.
I have not. I kind of focused in here.
The only track I've been to in Ohio, I believe, is now Belterra. It used to be River Downs.
Oh, you have been there.
I have. Oh, yeah. Well, they used to run on Mondays and Tuesdays when Keeneland would be off Mondays and Tuesdays.
I used to cover Little River Downs, but I've
Really?
never been there.
Well, it's right on the river, right next to the Riverbend Music
Yeah.
Theater, where I didn't see the Grateful Dead, but they did play a number of times. Yeah, I used to like going there, actually. They'd have those 7 and 7s with either Thistle or, what's the track in Columbus? Beulah.
Yeah.
They'd run 7 at there and 7 there, and they'd run race every 15 minutes or 12 minutes, so it was actually pretty cool. What else do we have? It was the early days of simulcasting. It was like 94, 95, and simulcasting wasn't nearly as prevalent as it is today. It was just starting to get that way. 1 till 2:30 today.
I will be on that coverage.
You will be on. I will be on, and Acacia will be in the paddock. As Maggie's coming back tomorrow. All right, let's. Odds seem a little bit skewed right now. I imagine that they're going to change, but Scythian at 1 to 2. We'll take a look at her winning the Miss Grillo last year. They tried her on the dirt because she does have plenty of dirt pedigree, and she didn't run that badly. She's a little dressed up. She ran well enough as a 2-year-old. Routine improvement makes her good enough. But this win was a little phony up a gold rail with important players being taken out on the turn as well.
Yeah, you kind of saw that at the beginning of this clip here. A few on that field just got completely wiped out. Still, though, she's got more than just this one race. I thought she had a couple of figures.
I agree.
The race before that, when she broke her maiden, that were both very strong. And she doesn't need that big of a jump even to be the one maybe to beat in this spot. And that was a huge effort to even come back on the dirt, I feel like. And she's probably better on turf. I do think she has a serious rival, though, with the one who just won last time out to her inside.
We'll take a look at Can't Fool Me's last race. She's a classic. Last time was the time. She was almost 20 to 1 and probably should have been half that price. She did have some races that made sense. I thought she won this race for some reason a lot because Manny gave her an exceptional ride. And another horse in the race that could have won got a very bad ride, but Manny really gave her a good ride in here. Problem is she's 20 to 1 last time in a softer spot, and now she's going to be a fraction of that price in a tougher spot.
And look, 6-year-old mare, but she's got a couple other races too where she can reproduce this. I don't feel like that was a one-off. And if she can run that race, Scythian's going to be in trouble.
So you have no interest in collaboration in here, huh? You've
I
just
love
given
this
up?
horse. For so long, I have chased this horse, and I felt like there's going to be a breakthrough because she has the best numbers of anybody in the field. Every time she runs, she just never got back to him, and now just getting out of the gate is a massive problem for her.
Now, last time was bad. She reared the start side. She's never really done. She jumped up at the start, broke 4 to 6 lengths slow, and never really had a chance. My feeling is she has run consistent races that can beat these. Obviously not this year, and the gate issues are, without question, a problem. but she's good enough to beat these horses. I did not want to take a short price on Scythian, so I thought she deserved one last chance. If I could get 4 to 1-ish on her, I'll take a chance. But obviously, the star of the race is a key moment for her because she has trouble getting out of the gate.
No question. But I mean, she has the best races of anybody in here, and it's not just one or two. She's got a few of them. Yeah. But I've just chased her for so long that I'm frustrated at this point.
I agree. And, you know, for me, it was kind of like, am I really going to give her another chance? I didn't pick her last time, but I've picked and bet on her in a number of starts. She gets a last chance from me in race number 1 on the turf. Race number 2, we did get a little bit of rain. The turf course list is firm, but I imagine there will be a little bit of give. They got about a quarter of an inch yesterday, early in the day.
It's a good race.
Race number 2 is an interesting race. I agree. And let's start with Over and Ollie and Acoustic Avenue. Acoustic Avenue is a classic. Last time was the time horse, but a horse that's really improved. You know, Over and Ollie, Spike Zone is the speed, but isn't Over and Ollie going to sit right outside that horse? And if he can run back to this race, he's going to be tough to beat, isn't he?
He is. This was a huge effort.
Some effort by him.
Yeah. 2 off what? About a 6-month layoff as well. Look, he's a major player, no question, and they were in way over their heads next start. They go to the 4, go off that performance, which they probably should have.
Why not?
He ran huge.
Grade 1. Yep.
Take a shot. I think running Son of a Gun for me.
Just take a look at his toboggan last year.
He just has the body of work that are quicker races than everyone. Certainly Over and Ollie, if he's that horse again, he's going to be incredibly tough. But this horse, multiple stakes placed. He's graded stakes placed. Multiple stakes placed. Yeah, he is graded stakes placed. Got to win via DQ. I love the fact, too, on the comeback here that he's been working since late August, steadily, including a 5 furlong work in there, and that he just shows up just about every single time.
I have no big argument against him. I hope he runs well. I've always liked this horse. I think he's a cool horse. He hasn't won a race in quite a while, which does kind of bother me, but I don't disagree. I think he's a big-time player, and if he's anywhere near the 8 to 1 that David has a morning line, I think he offers tremendous value in this race because he can win this race from memory. He can be better than these horses. I agree. I don't like Spike Zone. I can't believe he's going to be twice the price of Spike Zone. Acoustic Avenue's in good form. He's going to really be a bigger price than Nova Rags. I know Nova Rags got badly left 2 races ago, but where are his races that are good enough to win this race? And he's also a horse that doesn't have a lot of speed. And I kind of do want to be a bit more forward, and I'm hoping that Flavien Prat can get El Grandeo a little bit more in the game here. He did have a bit of an unfair start last time. He probably also needed a race off the layoff. Why can't he find one of his good races? You've given up on him?
No, I thought it was a really tough race, and I thought some others had run just more consistently strong races. But you can find easily excuses for his last couple of starts, and this is a horse that I was really high on him early in his career. I thought he was going to be very, very good.
He was good.
He was on the Triple Crown Trail, and then he had problems out of the gate. He went to the bench. He was gone for a while. That comeback start, I put a line through that last start. So, yeah, he's one of the several players in here. I liked a few others better.
And I think he's better on a dry track, and he gets a dry track here. I'm going to give him another chance to see if he can still run. Maybe he can't. We'll find out. I'm kind of doing that with both of Linda's horses in the first 2 races. Race number 3. Lupine coming out was a somewhat of a big scratch in this race. And let's see, I've got a replay for Aperitif, the number 9, and No Ordinary Love, who is the 4. I don't have a big problem with Aperitif. I think that Aperitif's very logical. What I don't like is that he's had a lot of chances, and she's had a lot of chances, and I was interested in some other horses in here.
Yeah, that was kind of my knock against Aperitif. 4 opportunities, net with 3 on the turf to get it done. And I know the buyers suggest going in the right direction, in a positive direction, but other figures didn't really show it that way to me, and I just felt some others had some big upside. Really, like the 8 who you have on top, I thought long and hard to putting Twirling Lulu on top.
Yeah, I do want to mention No Ordinary Love. I prefer that one of the 2 because this horse chased a pace on the outside when the rail was good, and the horse that won the race wired the field, so I prefer her out of there. I just don't trust the turn back with Sassetti for a barn that has terrible numbers turning back on the turf.
Yeah, look, and you lose Jose Ortiz.
I kind of think she's the best horse in the race.
I do like the fact that the reason I backed away from the 8, the layoff, I'd rather have a horse like Sassetti with the recency, and the fact that she was forward going longer. I think cutting back is really going to help her. And the second dam was very good sprinting down the hill on the grass.
And the factor is a better stallion, a sire, probably going a little bit shorter. I just hate these turnbacks, but I get it. This horse is clearly good enough to win.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with any of that, and can certainly win here. I like Twirling Lulu. I think the one turf race this horse ran is a lot better than it looks. I know the track was fair that day, but Disco Star obviously dominated the field. Forever to Go was the speed in there, and I just thought that Twirling Lulu had trouble in that race. You watched the race, kind of jumped up at the start, was absolutely slammed after the start of that race, and actually has some speed. And I thought this is a horse that's very interesting for Bruce Levine coming off the layoff. That's got that one turf race last year as a 2-year-old that got a figure that it's comparable to the numbers these horses are running. Routine improvement. This horse could just be better than these horses and had an excuse. I like Twirling Lulu in this race today.
And you bring up Disco Star, who beat her stakes place since on dirt and turf. The pretty talented runner that she was trying to chase that day, and that from the rail got slammed as well. Which,
absolutely slammed. So I thought that she was really, really interesting in here, coming off the layoff for Bruce Levine, who, if you don't know, I'm a big fan. You haven't been paying attention. We'll break after 4, race number 4, going 1 1/8. Let's take a look here at Frizzante and Who's the King going back. When are we going back to here? This is going back to last time out when Frizzante finished second.
Credit Jose Gomez on the winner here, right? He's hugging the rail.
Yeah, that's a very good ride by him. This race completely and totally collapsed. So with Who's the King, I don't want to knock the horse that much because the pace was pretty hot. Frizzante should have won this race. That was my problem with Frizzante. This race was just gift-wrapped. And I know it's a claim by Brad Cox with Sandy Goldfarb, but man, this horse was gift-wrapped. The horse to beat for those connections, I did not want to put on top.
27 to 1 shot. Who gets
better
that
trip
horse,
or not?
Yeah, I agree.
Frizzante should have won.
Let's remember too. Now an outside post position where you're going to immediately lose ground
at 1 1/8, not a mile, right? Very different scenario.
Yeah.
We are going to the same horse, in this case, the number 5 left him behind off the claim for Ilkay.
Yeah, I love this barn. The 4 best figures from this horse have all come at 1 1/8.
Source has races that will beat this field. Plenty of them.
Last time was second last out of the gate, got floated incredibly wide around that first turn.
And the winner was like 2 to 5 or 1 to 5. I mean, he was never beating that winner.
And look, Timaeus came out of that race, who was third, and actually won the next 2 starts for non-winners at 3 and for 20. So I thought it was a decent group.
I think Dr. Kraft cut the cord and Palace Boss 3 back.
Oh, yeah.
Stars and Stripes 2 back. So it's been running against significantly better horses. And if you don't really want the 8, and I don't really love the 6 either, you sort of end there. Brave Bear is a funny horse. I left Brave Bear out. But Rudy's horses have come alive. This horse, I mean, I kept thinking about Timaeus a little bit looking at this horse because Timaeus had beaten a terrible field the time before, a mediocre field, and really improved last time. And maybe Brave Bear's one's improving, but he does have that last time was the time field, doesn't he? But maybe he's just a new horse for Rudy.
I'd love to see 3-year-olds this time of year coming up with their new best performance because I feel like he's now improving as a 3-year-old and going the right way. He ran a huge figure last start for him. And I just think a horse on the improve.
And there are also a lot of horses in here like Confabulation, who's not impossible, obviously, leading contender, that are on the other side of their good races. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he may be a horse that's improving.
Yeah.
Whereas the other horses are just sort of going the wrong direction. So I don't disagree. I left him out, but I can see the argument. We good?
Break?
We will take a break. We'll be back with the late pick 4.
You bet with Naira Bets. Bet any track, anywhere, anytime. Download the Naira Bets app to play today and get a $200 deposit bonus. Watch live horse racing. Get expert picks. Boost your bankroll with weekly promotions and hone your handicapping skills with exclusive tips and tutorials. Download the Naira Bets app now. Sign up now to claim your $200 deposit match bonus. You bet with Naira Bets.
Welcome back to Talking Horses. Greg and Andy, race number 5. And I don't know about you. I don't feel a great amount of confidence about race number 5. And it's one of the reasons I kind of copped out and just took Kevin Rice, because it just seems like Kevin and Adam Rice, they shipped horses and they run. I tried one, I think it might have been for Adam, opening day at Keeneland, and ran second, a big price in the last race. It just seems like they're alive. And
I mean, Adam has the stronger numbers.
he does, I know, but they're the Rices and they ship here. And I don't know. The other thing was, I just didn't really like any. Like, you look at the Hong Kong Phooey Nay Baby race. I disagree with you. I like Hong Kong Phooey more out of that race, as he got completely slammed coming out of the gate.
He did,
by
yeah.
Nay Baby, actually. And I thought ran maybe the one I wanted going forward. But I didn't love this race in general. And they're the horses to beat. I'm not going to.
Yeah, they are. Look, they are, no question. For Hong Kong Phooey, I just felt like there was legitimate trouble, no question. Could improve. I just felt like a horse that was ready to run first time out. And a lot of time we talk about it, a lot of times we see the regression sometimes in that second start. For Nay Baby, I like the fact was in against restricted maiden special, but still pretty tough race. Napoleon Solo came back, and he's probably one of the horses to beat in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile.
Well, he isn't, because he's not running.
Well, if he had gone.
Yes, he apparently
They made the decision,
believe
100%?
they believe he's going to bounce, so they're not running a race that could make him more.
100% they made that decision?
Yeah, they believe he may bounce.
Okay.
I got no problem with denying.
Well,
By the way, his
I'm not gonna
performance,
knock-
Napoleon Solo, his performance was otherworldly, unbelievably good.
It's a fairly quick comeback. I'm okay with that decision.
I got no problem with staying out of the Breeders' Cup.
Yeah.
The Breeders' Cup ruined our races, so we were allowed to stay out of their races they want. So I got no problem with it. I'm just sort of laughing about it. But Napoleon Solo's race, I don't think Napoleon Solo's race, by the way, is getting the credit it deserves.
I think everyone thought the fractions were wrong because they were ridiculously
They
fast.
weren't.
And yeah,
The 21 and a half seconds
107 and
was
4.
apparently correct.
And,
Craig
yeah.
looked it up. And he said, I get why you thought it was wrong, but it's not.
It's crazy.
And, like Tom's horse, I think there's going to be a vast misconception on how good Tom's horse is because he disappointed. Well, what was he going to do chasing that freak show out there? And he tired from chasing him. He didn't give it up till the end. That horse can win the Woody Stevens and Alan Jerkins next year. I don't think he's a Derby-type distance horse. But I think Tom's horse, it's our time. It's a very, very good horse.
Yeah, don't give up on that horse.
No,
by any stretch.
I don't think he ran. I don't think he ran badly at all. I don't think he ran. I don't think he ran badly. I actually think he ran well.
Yeah.
The winner was just like. I mean, that was some performance.
Incredible.
Anyway.
So he faced him first time. That second start, I loved it. He actually improved in that second start, and that he's going to be able to sit and maybe chase the pace. And he was closer to the action earlier as well. And the horse who won that race, Imagine John, he came back. He was third in the Sanford. So I like the progression from this horse. I think we'll see the improvement again today. And Hong Kong
He couldn't have been
Phooey,
third in the Sanford. The Sanford was run weeks before it. So where was he third? Imagine John.
Did I get that wrong?
Well, the Sanford was run, I think the Sanford's the first 2-year-old stake. So, yeah. This was run at the end of the meet.
Yeah, you're right. But maybe he did earlier.
I don't know if he ran back. No, I don't think he did. It was he's a Jenny Antonucci horse. He did not run back.
All right.
But
My bad.
Whatever. Maybe you're talking about somebody else. But I bet him last time. I have no problem with either one of these horses. I prefer Hong Kong Phooey, the two of them. I'm just not thrilled with either one of them at short price. What about Fort Griffin? He didn't really run that well first time out, but he was involved in the pace, and I kind of want to give him another chance as the potential speed of this race. Didn't get bet that much last time, though.
I have him third. I like the fact he showed that speed and speed and fade and debut. That's fine. I can always forgive that. And this, the dam actually has produced a first out winner on dirt, so there's some precocity in there too. And I thought that effort was fine.
All right. Yeah, I just
I'm super against, and you don't even have the horse anywhere, Bod Beach,
the eight. I don't like that horse. That horse has had too many chances and just keeps running second. I mean, I guess not impossible, but really not for me. Anybody else?
What about the trainer of Napoleon Solo with the outside horse?
Well, interesting choice of riders. We'll see what happens. Race number 6. Race number 6. Shall we take a look at the two Linda Wright horses in race number 6?
Yeah.
Both Adrian and Purloin running 2-3. I thought they ran fine here, and I thought both of them were dangerous. I preferred Adrian, though, the one that ran second. Though she did get a slightly better trip. I am trying to beat both of them, though.
Yeah, I preferred Adrian as well. I liked the effort last time out, moving turf to dirt. And hopefully can get a little bit of a setup. Going to need it in here. But I think there's some pace to do it. The horse you put on top, I thought incredibly long and hard about putting on top too. And I love what Lisa Bartkowski has done since kind of taking a main role. I thought she'd been very good.
Horses have run very well for her. You know, last time out, she got caught in a race where speed was very good and got wired in that race, chasing on the outside. The time before that, I thought ran a figure that could beat these horses. Kind of didn't run quite as well the next time, now coming back 2 off the win. Thought this horse was interesting. I thought maybe she was the horse that had the most upside, as opposed to a lot of horses that have sort of proven who they are. Now, we'll take a look at the horse you have picked in here, Big Air, one of 2 for Jamie Ness, the win 2 back at Colonial. It was a very big win, and last time out, the horse was overhead, and I agree. I think she's extremely dangerous. I'm going to use 4s and 7s here.
This is, this is the Colonial win. I love the fact that this horse has the 2 best figures in the race. For my figures, Thorograph figures. Dominated this group. It was over early. But they have the next race even faster. The horse who won that race has actually won 4 of 5 starts. The only loss came in the Catherine Sophia Stakes to Dry Powder.
Yeah, and she's clearly improved Big Air since she moved to Jamie Ness's barn. It's not exactly a surprise. He's got a lot of horse improved for him.
Showed it at a couple of different tracks, too.
He does have Tower 22 off the claim. For what it's worth, the claim on the dirt at Naira, he's just 1 for 12. With horses shipping in, he's 1 for 4. But it doesn't feel like his horses have done that well off the claim here.
That 5, to me, is sneaky.
Well, it's weird the horses here, especially with Big Air in the race as well.
Yeah.
But I just thought the 4 was the better horse. I'm going to use 4s and 7s in this race.
Yeah.
We'll see. Do you think the 4 is really going to be 9-2 in here for Jamie Ness?
No.
I don't think she's going to be, but maybe
I
she
thought
is.
would be second choice.
David's usually right. Race number 7, we are on the turf. It's a tricky race, but I wanted to show the race that Alexis Zorba won, a couple back for him, where he got a fast pace, because I wanted to show Reynolds Channel, because I thought Reynolds Channel's performance was very good.
Yep.
Is the number 5 here, as you're going to see, does not break, and after the break, it stayed back even further, and ends up back in last. Now, to be fair, this race did fall apart. It had a fast pace, and it came apart. But still, I thought this horse probably ran the best race of anybody. And good ride or not by Christopher Elliott afterwards, still compromised early in here, and maybe this horse, it's okay on the turf.
Yeah, this was the first time on the grass for this horse. So over all these issues to try and overcome, you're never going to win with that trip. With the running style, too, a horse that immediately can just save ground from the inside. You're going to need a little lucky to get an opening. But, yeah, I thought the horse showed a ton of ability first time. I'm intrigued by that horse. I think Let It Ride's a massive standout, though.
Really?
I do.
Okay, go ahead. He is a standout on paper. As races, he's a standout on paper. I'm not betting him. I'm against him. But he is a standout on paper. I agree with you.
Yeah. Just so much tougher races. He's run so much faster than anyone else in this field. Cleared the Air, who he faced last time out, won with a 94 Beyer. He's a 3-time winner on the grass. He has a second to Nonay Hudson, relatively.
He's got multiple races that'll absolutely win this race.
Yeah, it's not even close.
On paper, he's way the horse to beat. The problem is, I get it. He's almost the end of his 5-year-old year. He's having trouble staying on the racetrack. He had a layoff from July until April, so he's off for 9 months. Now he's off for another 6 months. So I understand maybe he's just had issues. But George Weaver, first time for a tag, turf non-maidens. He's 1 for 13. He's 1 for 8 with sprinters doing it, 24 cents and 39-cent ROIs. And he had that horse here recently that he was dropping in, and the horse just ran terribly. And I just worry about this drop for George. I agree with you on paper. He lays over the field. I would never want to make a pick 5 and just play against him, but I want to play against him in the middle of this race. I just don't trust him.
Yeah.
I mean, he will beat this field if he runs his race. I do not disagree with you at all.
Yeah.
I like spoken bluntly. I think this is a good opportunity for Kendrick to be aggressive. I know there are others that have some speed in here. I think potentially this horse is the speed of the speed. Last time out, he got caught chasing Java Buzz, who's a very, very fast horse to chase. I thought his win was okay. He didn't run that badly his next time back in a pretty tough field with a pretty contentious pace. And I thought this pace was a little bit murky, and it might be an opportunity for Kendrick to be aggressive and maybe be able to wire the field.
Yeah, he's intriguing. I don't even have the 6 on there. Devil Disguise. I think he's intriguing.
He
For
is.
me, if the 7 doesn't win, this opens the race up.
Oh,
quite a
I
bit.
agree. If the 7 doesn't win, a whole lot of horse win. You have the 3 Musical Maestro second. I struggled with that horse and have that horse fourth.
Yeah, I just like the fact he's getting back to sprinting on the grass, and I thought that synthetic comeback off a little bit of a layoff was a good group as well. But I liked what he showed in that turf sprint, Belmont and Aqueduct back in May. Got a really good, sneaky good figure in that race.
That race
he was
did
way too
collapse
far
late,
back.
though. It did
He got a
collapse.
super hot
He
pace,
wasn't that.
no question.
I think that's a little deceptive, Greg, because that was a race where Java Buzz had like a 7-length lead coming in the stretch. So I think it looks worse than it was.
Okay.
I don't know. I struggled with him. I could see him winning. I think he's dangerous near. But as you said, it's all about Let It Ride. If Let It Ride runs his good race, they can't beat him in here. He's just
No
better
question.
than these
Yeah.
horses. I just don't trust him to run
Look,
it.
layoff, now dropping, as you said.
Yeah, the drop
but-
scares me. But he's the horse to beat.
Yeah.
Race number 8, Jack's World, who I liked, came out. What about Jaxer coming in off the also eligible that Flavian Pratt is riding? We'll see the Delaware race. I don't love this race. I wonder if it's as good as the figure suggests, but we do see horses come in from Delaware that outrun their odds. We saw it in the last race on Sunday.
I just like the fact that it's sort of I know 7.5 is more of a route race, but it's sort of the 2 sprints stretching out, getting more ground. I think he showed likes more ground, and he's going to like even more ground that he's going to get today. He was closer to the issue, and I think the fact that you see him kind of hanging, doesn't get by that horse, putting the blinkers on, going to help him finish the deal.
Yeah, I left him out, but I could see him winning this race. I think he's dangerous. I like the 9 Coach Ryan. I'm going to give him another chance. Chad Brown really liked this horse in Saratoga, and he did not run well. But we have seen at least 1 or 2 of the horses that he liked in Saratoga come back and run better down here, and I just don't want to give up on him in one race that was wired in a very, very slow pace where he just didn't get a chance, so I want to give him another chance in this race. We both have the number 5 in here, a little at first, second.
Yeah, it bumped around a little bit in that debut. That was sprinting 5.5 on the grass. Certainly could improve.
Thought was green. I thought
Yeah.
really this horse really is the kind of horse that I thought would benefit from that first start.
I agree. I mean, I prefer to see, especially from, it depends what barn it is, but I'd love to see the 2 sprints, the foundation, and getting that sort of before you go long. But this horse showed ability, and I like how he kind of ran on. I even thought, Breu's horse, the 8, was a little bit interesting. The Dam did win first out, sprinting on the grass.
She had one turf winner that was pretty good.
Couple of turf works as well. This race
Sire
is
is a
one of
little
the more wide
worrisome
open
to me.
races in the entire day, don't you think?
Yeah, I think Newland comes out of a decent race first time out, is kind of dangerous. I think
he's ready to
Sunday
go,
Boy
though, first
stretching
time out,
out.
isn't he?
Yeah, he usually is. With stretching out with Sunday Boy, Jimmy Ryerson has lousy numbers stretching out, but there are a lot of big prices. I didn't think he ran that badly first time out, but I'm mostly interested in Coach Ryan and a little at first.
Okay.
See what happens in race number 8. Greg, thank you. Thank you for watching. Let's head over to Naira Bets. If you're not a member of Naira Bets, use the promo code MATCH200. NairaBets.com will match for $200 of your initial deposit. We have a contest. You have the Friday feeder contest. You have until post time tomorrow to sign up for that. What else do we have, guys? We have 10% bonus win bets. Opt in for that. I've already done that. You can do it. I can do it. You can do it. Opt in at Naira Bets for that. We have a 10 times loyalty points on Thistledowns today if you opt in. And we are on from 1 to 2:30 today, covering the first few races here. And I'm assuming we'll be on YouTube after that. And I think you're sticking around doing some prattles.
I am.
All right. All right. We're done.
I enjoyed it. Good luck today. Good card. I like it.
I agree. I think there's a lot of interesting races today and not a lot of super short prices, depending on how you look at it. We'll see what happens today's card. Good luck. Chris Griffin's up next. Reprise, scratch and changes. Have a good day.
You bet with Naira Bets. Bet any track, anywhere, anytime. Download the Naira Bets app to play today and get a $200 deposit bonus. Watch live horse racing. Get expert picks. Boost your bankroll with weekly promotions and hone your handicapping skills with exclusive tips and tutorials. Download the Naira Bets app now. Sign up now to claim your $200 deposit match bonus. You bet with Naira Bets.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Belmont at the Big A. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.